I never stop being amazed by how simultaneously cruel and beautiful this world can be. Nina Riggs. Prologue. The life I loved. I loved my life. It was hectic at times, but I relished in the discipline it took to work 2 jobs, attend college classes, pose for modeling gigs, and most importantly, work out every day. Exercise was my fun, my playtime, the chance for me to drown out everything and get wild. But I also saw it as my path to fame and fortune. Surely one day I would be a famous fitness personality on the cover of every muscle magazine. I became obsessed with working out. I'd skip class and my other commitments, even go without adequate food or sleep, but I never missed a workout. While my friends were off studying in the library or partying at nightclubs, I was at the gym, my clothes drenched in sweat. Exercise was so embedded in my life, so ingrained in my daily routine, it was like breathing. I couldn't live without it. Most days I woke up at 5 a.m, downed a protein shake and caffeine pill. Then, at 6:30, I led a class of exercisers in an hour-long, heart-pumping, sweat-inducing, high-intensity anaerobic workout routine. When the class was finished, the floor was covered with sweat and exhausted bodies. But my day was just beginning. From there, I went to Sonoma State University, where I spent the next several hours sitting through lectures. An average student, I did just enough to pass my courses, and if I had an opportunity, I snuck in a nap in the back of the lecture hall. When my academic classes were done, the real fun began. I'd hit the gym for 3 hours of heavy weightlifting, tossing 90-pound dumbbells around the weight room as if they were pillows. And I'd finish the workout ready to take on the next challenge of my day. Then I'd down a second protein shake and caffeine pill as I raced off to teach another group fitness class in the evening. I'd finish the class and on my way home, make a final stop at the gym for an hour of high-intensity interval training on the treadmill. Finally, after all the calories were burned and all the sweat had hit the floor, I chugged one last protein shake and tried to sleep a few hours before I woke up and did it all over again. Now, 9 years later, my life is very different. I often try but fail to wrap my head around the stark contrast. The fact that I've tried, really tried, to walk on my own, but every time I put my feet on the ground, my muscles give out at the slightest bearing of weight. I used to lift hundreds of pounds. Now I'm too weak to hold a water glass. And I have to type these words on a smartphone because my laptop is too heavy. But these are just some of the obstacles I've encountered. I was in a traumatic car accident that left me haunted by sinister images of broken windshields and burning bodies. Then, a year and a half later, I contracted myalgic encephalomyelitis, the disease that has stolen my ability to walk, talk, and eat solid food. I've witnessed my health steadily crumble over the last decade, but it's still hard for me to imagine how a fit, active, seemingly healthy person in the prime of life can be reduced to such profound debilitation. Perhaps that's why I can't seem to reconcile my past self with my present self, why I'm still waiting to get my life back, still waiting to wake up tomorrow and resume everything that I was doing before I got sick. I can't help but wonder whether I'm any semblance of the person I used to be. The same person who was healthy enough to go on road trips and see movies with friends. The same person who loved life so intensely that sleep was an inconvenience. The same person who cared about working out more than anything else. The same person who used to throw weights around the gym, then wake up at 5 a.m. to teach group fitness classes. Am I still that person? Do I even want to be that person anymore? These questions are hard to ask and even harder to answer, but they've shown me a lot about myself and the obstacles I've faced. As much as I wish I could have steered my fate away from the obstacles in my path, I can't ignore the fact that they've made me who I am. It's because of them that I became a writer. This book only exists because I lived through a tragic car accident and a devastating illness. These obstacles have made me wiser and more self-aware. They've shown me the wisdom of my mortality, that nobody is invincible, not even a young, healthy person who works out every day. I also can't ignore that the obstacles were always waiting on the horizon, as is any potential danger, But like an inexperienced pilot flying low over foggy terrain, I hadn't yet learned how to avoid them. Then, before I knew it, they were right in front of me, and I had no choice but to crash head on.